Check out the newest edition of the Family Smokey the Bear. Yeah, they're giving those out in the little monster box. And it's about to be nighttime. So, today's point of the video isn't for you guys to check out my pet. It's for you to meet one of my guildmates. No, I'm just kidding. It's not about that either. Although he is here. He's guest starring on the video. My boy, New York legend. So, we're doing a video today on how to make beer. How to be a beer baron. You know, how to make that money with beer. So, right now, if I go to the central market, I'm going to go ahead and just type in beer because I hate searching through all that stuff. Boom, I've got beer prices right here in front of you. So you can see 1,000 beer sells. I mean, you can see one beer sells for about 1,000. Cold draft beer sells for about 2,600 right now. I think cold draft beer is kind of now because of this price a little bit more viable to sell, but I keep it for myself. I would suggest you do too, and I just give that to my workers because as you can see, it gives you +3. Regular beer gives you +2, and that that reflects in the price difference. If you look at how many are registered right now, 542 are registered. Those numbers have been crazy. The price has been down. A lot of people are making beer. I think a lot of people have stopped making beer and selling it on the marketplace for a while just to kind of let the price cool off because a lot of people did get into it because of how easy it is to do here in the starter town. And how easy is it to do here in the starter town, you say? Well, I'm going to show you. Alright. Well, I'm going to show them. Alright. I'm going to show these guys how I did it, how I got started. Welcome to the most important building in Veila. I mean, this place has made me millions. So, if you go right down here, you can pick up all the ingredients you need for making beer. Now, how do you make beer, you say? You've all got crafting notes, so if you go over to your food and cooking side of your crafting notes and look at beer, it takes a starch, like wheat. We're going to be using corn and potatoes to start out today because there is no wheat in Altinova unless you outsource it. Mineral water, which we can buy from him, leavening agent, which we can buy from him, and sugar, which we can buy from him. Now, another fun little tip for you guys is if you purify your own water as a way of processing to get your processing up for your character, you can use that water instead of buying mineral water. So I would definitely suggest if you process, use your own water, but it's easier just to buy your own water, especially once you start selling beer, in large numbers. But beer is about 1/3 of the price of what it was when I started, maybe 1/5. I can't really remember. This video isn't about statistics, guys. It's about how to make beer. So I'm going to show you guys how to make some beer. I think I need water, but I'm going to... I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Shelly. Didn't mean to bother you there. Didn't want to come inside anyway. So, we've got sugar here. I'm going to buy 1 sugar. Just showing you the agents you need to buy. I don't think I need that. I just want the water. Because I'm thirsty. Thirsty for some water. I'm going to buy 10,000 of those. Trust me, the money will come back. Look, man, I'm thirsty. Alright, so welcome to Veila 1, Room 1. And if you guys want to see where this is on the map, you just go to Veila, probably after you start out somewhere over here. And boom, you're going to click on this, come in. And I bought out these 3 right here, rooms 1, 2, and 3, for storage, for lodging, really. Buy some more for storage. But I bought this here because it has a residence. And all you need is a basic little residence that you can throw some furniture and whatever in, depending on what you need it for. I needed it because, well, I like to cook. As you guys can see, I make good meat. I am, actually. And this is where we would consummate that relationship. This small twin-size bed that I bought. But some things just to note for you guys so that we can be serious real quick. The container here is a great purchase. It does take contribution points to get it, but as you can see, I have access to all of my materials that are being brought in by my workers because I don't go out and get these things myself. You need workers to build your empire. So, if you've got all of these things, you can start right now. But this is a beginner's video. You can't start yet. because you don't even know how to buy one of these. Well, you go downstairs and buy it. You know, it's not that hard. Same guy from earlier sells it. We can go downstairs and buy another one, and I can show you how to place it, but it's not that basic a video. Come on, guys. You know how to buy stuff and place it in a room. Although if I've just shown you how to, you know, do it to buy a residence, it is fair to say that maybe you don't know that you need to walk in, press up, and then now you can see, okay, this is where all my stuff is, and I can place it and move it around, play around with this menu, get your room the way you like it. But, you know, I started out here in Heidel because if you look over here in the world map, it has access to Legia Farm, which has potato farming. Takes about 3 contribution to get started over here. And then if you come over here, we have Finto Farm, and this has 3 contribution to get started. You would just invest in this node with contribution, then click here, and now you can send workers to those 2 places. But you know, I did not know that you have also Bartali Farm, and you can get somebody working over here. And you know, you guys are gonna want, to me, I use goblins a lot, I use humans, but I would always say try to get skilled. He's completely somewhere else doing something separate, but you know, try to always get at least skilled workers working on your stuff, because those guys are gonna, you know, work harder for you, better skills, the like. But don't forget about, if you come from over here at Veila, that there is a hidden nugget over here of corn farming. And you actually have 2 nodes over here. You can put 2 workers on it. And when you get ready to put those workers on it, just make sure you're flipping between the 2 of them by hitting L1 and R1. I know that can be confusing. If you're just trying to put a worker on it, you know you have 2 nodes, you've got 2 workers, and you can't figure out how to do it. Well, each one of these is a tab. So make sure you're doing that. So we've got all of our potatoes going. We've got 3 different potatoes going over here. We've got 2 corn going. Now you need a worker for each one of those. So you're going to need the lodging that I showed you earlier, because if you upgrade the string the way I showed you, you should be able to get started without having to buy anything else. Your natural storage should be enough for this area. And yeah, I would definitely say, now that you have those things, we're looking for a worker vendor, because we need to buy workers, right? Now, I think I'm full on workers here, so if I go talk to the work supervisor, yeah, you can't hire anymore because additional lodging is required. So just make sure that you do have enough lodging for all of your workers. I've already got my workers set up. You can go to the workers exchange if you do want to just try to see if there are some good workers. See, there's a skilled goblin worker right there, 634,000. Yeah, it looks like somebody's actually trained him up. Increased work speed, costume crafting, luck, armor crafting, movement speed. This guy would be perfect if you were purchasing him here to make, you know, armor or costumes. And that's not what we're doing, so I don't really want him. I'm not going to spur to get rid of somebody and get him in there. So hypothetically, you've come over here, you've bought your workers, you've bought your residents, you've bought your materials, you've placed all of your stuff inside, your workers have been working for a couple of days, you've got all of your materials, and I'm going to check. New York, does that sound like everything? We got all of our workers, we've got our space, we've placed all of our tools inside of it, we bought all of our base materials. Are these guys ready to start making some beer? Alright. Well, and don't feel bad if you don't have the container. I'm not going to go show you where the storage guy is by physically walking over there, but I will show you on the map as a quick tip in case you guys ever want to find anything. Open up your map, press up or down on the D-pad, and if you just want to figure out where the storage guy is, boom, he's right down there, and that's where you would go. But I'm not going there because no. So we've got our potatoes. We're not going to use the corn now. Potatoes. So we're going to take this, our very simple, easy recipe. I don't do any other cooking, so if anyone says show them a simple recipe or show them something else, I can only show you what I know. Alright, so we got beer. Yep, it's a beer video. Contribution in beer. We'll get to the contribution though. Don't worry about that. So you need 5 grains. You need 6 mineral water. You need 2 leavening agent, and you need some sugar. All right. I would say pour some sugar on me, blank, but I don't want copyright infringement. You don't want that. Let's not even go there, right? Scary stuff. So we've got all of that water I bought earlier. Oh boy. Those potatoes that my workers got for me. Leavening a... Oh, Jesus. Hold up. Let me back up real quick. Apparently, I only literally bought one of each, but it's okay because I keep a stash handy. Keep that on you. You know what I mean? You're always going to want to have a stash of that stuff. So, boom. We're here. Alright, so let's go ahead and go in order. I always like to throw in my potatoes, then my water, then my leavening agent, then my sugar. Now there's a method to the madness there. 6, 5, 2, no clicky because you only need 1. And if you just look at that, you've got everything. Oh wait, no, hold on. That's wrong. It's actually going to be water, potatoes, leavening agent, sugar. Alright, boom. 6, 5, 2, 1. Now, I wouldn't do it on this character, but I just reached Artisan on another character. And once you get better at cooking, you can kind of play around with this recipe. But for now, don't. Don't mess with the recipe. Alright, we're going to cook multiple times, and we're going to start cooking. Now, this is probably what it'll look like for you guys. When you first get started, you don't have any cook clothing. You're buying Balanos, traditional cooking utensils, and it takes a second to get anything out of it. But we're going to let this rock for just a second because I would like to see if I can get taken out food at this level, because it'd be great for you guys to know if we can at this level, because that's actually what's going to get you the contribution that we talked about. Hey there. What's going on? So I've been quiet for a second because I have been waiting on some results. And while I do have beer, I don't have cold draft beer yet. And I'm not seeing... Well, there's dish with weird texture. That's a good one because you can take those in by the 5 and get 3,000 silver, a little salary. I mean, I guess that's pretty cool, but no. And I can't cook for shit. No one's gonna love me. And that little bed over... Oh, don't get out of there. Get out of that bed, penguin. You're not supposed to be in the bed. Get your little penguin feet off of there. I know everybody else is on the floor and the penguin's just over there chilling on the bed. Horrible. Right? Okay, so we have 3 different dishes here so far. We do have dish with weird texture. We do have strongly seasoned. Okay, that's going to get us milk. Now, I learned this yesterday, and thanks to one of my commentators, you cannot get milk from a node. So as somebody that doesn't make anything with like milk butter or stuff like that, I actually like that item because it does give me the opportunity to get milk in case I do decide to branch out. Now this is going to be one of the best ones you guys can get. This doesn't help you with CP, but this is great. If you look at it here, you can exchange 5 of them and you get cooking experience. So if I go over to my Artisan 1 life skiller, and that's this guy right here, if I go over to him, I have Artisan 1. So if I make all of my stuff, I get all my byproducts, and I put my cooking experience over here onto my PvP character, at least when I cook over on this character, I get better results by upping my experience by just taking a byproduct from another character. Instead of putting it on him, I put it on her. And that's something that you guys can do if you want to do. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I haven't even done it yet, but I'm seeing the value of it right now while I'm sitting here doing this. Now I'm going to take this beer instead of selling it, and I'm going to go ahead and feed my workers. Because I think... Hey man, first of all, why are you trying to start problems here? My workers understand. Look, my workers don't need rights. They don't even know how to make the beer. I make the beer. They want to start making the beer, then they can start doing it. Okay, we're ready to conclude. You know what, man? I'm sorry. We don't need to talk about your traumas on video. We could talk about that on another video, and we will title it New York's Legends about his traumas. Okay, so finally, we're here. We're ready to go. We've showed you guys how to set up the beer, how to make beer. I can show you how to sell some beer now that there's 4 beer, but I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to show you guys how to make some contribution points. Alright, we're going to back off real quick. I finally got all 5 byproducts, which does show me that in the beginner phases of cooking, you can get all of these products. Will you get them efficiently? No, probably not. I haven't even seen cold draft beer yet, and I've only got 1 dish with poorly prepared ingredients. But if you had 5 of them, you could take them to Alejandro Farm on Northern Wheat Plantation, and if I just click it, it'll show you where to go. You don't need anything specific. The GPS will take you there if you just left clicky on that L3. And it's right here, actually, west of Northern Guard Camp. So if you just take that over there after you've got probably about, what, 50 to 100 of those, and turn them in, you'll get some easy contribution points just from making beer. Now, if I've put my foot in my mouth with anything, you guys update me in the comments. I'm learning. This is a PS4 guide. I've only been playing this game for 2 months. I love the hell out of the game. I've decided to join the community as a YouTuber because I want people that understand, you know, other things that I don't know to be able to interact with me here and teach me some more about the game, but also to get people that are having a hard time started in the game going. So if you guys are looking for a guild, hit me up. My name is Christel most of the times, Black_Jesus the other half of the time. And we'll get you started here in Venom Squad. We've got +2 buffs on gathering and fishing. We've got +4 AP, and you know, we're a small guild. We're trying to get big enough to do some node wars. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And remember, if you like the video, leave a like, please, so other people can find the video. You know, comment nicely and subscribe. And thank you to my guest commentator today, New York Legend. Really appreciate you being on the video. Alright, man. Well, maybe we'll see him on the next one, right? Alright, guys, if you liked having New York Legend out as a commentator, request him out on another video, and he actually has some knowledge of his own, so we'll be doing more content, suggest some content, and in case you guys are wondering, a little teaser video, maybe I'll show you guys how to get this bad boy right here. Alright, later guys.